I am on. Remember who I am? Hi.
You are Sid. What's your name?
I'm Eric. Eric.
Dewey.
Eric.
Yes.
I'm a wine dealer friend.
Say hello, everybody.
Howdy, howdy.
Hi.
You know, she's taking picture from herself. Do you know?
You're on video.
Hello.
Say hi. Say hi. Come on. Say hi.
Happy birthday.
Say hello. Hi. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. I'm glad everybody's here. Mrs. Lucy? Mrs. something?
Hey Dad! Happy birthday!
Missy? Andrew? Looky! Smile, looky. Thank you. Nice. Oh. Who's missing?
Wait, I was waving.
Because of this kind of way.
With those 3 words in mind, I'm going to tell a little story. You see that picture? In 1960, to start a new career in a new country, and some people would call that crazy, thrill-seeking behavior, novelty-seeking behavior. But I call him an adventurer. Okay. Then a year later, in 1965, my mother and my brother Greg and I came here to the United States to join my dad. Okay. We lived all over. 7 years, I think we lived in 5 different states. And then we finally settled in Plant City, Florida. That's a picture of my dad's pasture in Plant City, Florida in 1972. And in Plant City, I learned all sorts of things. You know, strawberry farms and cow farms and things like that. That I mean, those are things that I never thought I would even think about. Okay, so my dad would buy a pasture, and then he would build a fence around the pasture. He would buy cows in a bowl, and then he would raise the calves. The cows would have calves, and he would raise the calves. Then he would sell the pasture and use that for a 1031B exchange. Anybody know what that is?
That's how much it costs?
Yeah, so you sell property and then you buy another pasture, and you don't have to pay any tax on your capital gains because you just use it to buy something else. So that's a typical thing, But anyway, this is a picture of one of his first pasture. And one weekend, 4 of us were all at home, and there's a picture of just Greg and me. The others are somewhere on the other side. Okay, and so he asked us to help him build the fence around this pond. Okay, it took 5 of us, my dad and the 4 boys, and it took us all day. We were sweating by the end of the day and we're tired. And then somebody, and I think it was Greg, he said, "How many degrees does it take to build a good fence?" How many degrees? And I had no idea what he was talking about. Okay, but the answer is obvious. Okay, there's 5 of us. It takes 10 degrees to build a good fence. 5 bachelor degrees, 5 graduate degrees. 10 degrees, okay? Now my partner, Bud Bailey, he's not here, okay? But my partner, Bud Bailey, he's got lots of farms, okay? When I asked Bud this question, how many degrees does it take to build a good fence? Bud said, just 1. You need a degree in building fences. Anyway, it was a great time for us to build, have time together and build, ties that made us together lifelong, no matter where we're going.
Just a second.
Okay?
Objection? Uh-oh.
I think this is great.
Yeah, great.
This is very good.
Yep.
That is their car. You see, at that time, I don't have any truck at all. They all drive the car, came to my pasture help me. So I built this fence. The purpose is to prevent the cow from that side come to this side by water passage. Now, I build this fence and then later on I use barbed wire. From here to there, then my cow will be not able to come to this side. So all this I just learned myself in years or 2 years. I learned myself.
Okay, so I'm going to tell another short story, but you can't interrupt this time, Dad, because I was only given 4 minutes, okay?
4 minutes, oh my God.
Are you sure it's already 5 minutes?
He's allowed to interrupt.
It's ironic that when my dad was a young boy and he was in Taiwan, it was under Japanese control briefly. And for a short time, American warplanes would come and bomb parts of Taiwan. And he would have to go hide in a bomb shelter. Okay, one of his favorite statements is, Dad likes to say, can you believe that 25 years, I'm sorry, he used to curse Americans for all the bombing. And can you believe 25 years later, he moved to America? And now he's thankful that so thankful towards America. He's been assimilated into the American culture. He goes by the name of Scotty. He became an American citizen, and he eats Southern food. He appreciates all the things that America has provided him, the opportunity to raise a family here, the opportunity to choose his job, his hometown, his friends, and even his president. So I believe Scotty has truly lived the American dream.
Yeah.
The last thing is, everybody knows that my father is a pediatrician. He's a retired pediatrician. He took good care of many, many kids for many, many years. There's a famous Ralph Waldo Emerson quote that summarizes what is success. Okay, what is success? It talks about to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, and blah, 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 blah. And then the last statement is to know that even one life has breathed easier because you lived. That is to have succeeded. Well, that statement, that quote, it doesn't really do my dad justice, okay? The reason is, the end should really read this way. To know that thousands of children have breathed easier because you have lived.
Aww.
That is truly to have succeeded.
That's true.
So, congratulations, Dad, on your many successes. Happy 90th birthday. Thank you.
Well, I just wrote my speech. Because he had a speech, so I had to come up with something. But I think you could see from the theme of the pictures, right, that I don't know what happened, but the cows and the pasture was a big part of our life in Plant City, Florida. And we had a lot of adventures. But I have to admit, the words I dreaded the most when I was younger and living in Plant City was when my dad would say, "Hey Greg, we need to go fix the fence." And, you know, keeping with the pasture theme, David didn't tell you the whole story about him selling his pasture. We always wanted him to sell his pasture because, you know, my dad is not a big person. And the cows are 1,000 pounds. And we're always worried the cows are just going to like walk together and he's going to be in between them, right? I always worried that we just lose Dad getting squished by 2 cows. He'd go out there and treat them like pets, you know. He'd throw them hay like this and rub the neck on another one. So we finally got him to sell the pasture. We're so happy. He sold the pasture. He sold his cows. He sold his tractor. Okay? Yeah. So then, within a month, he bought a bigger pasture. And he had to go and he went and he hunted down these people. The people he sold the cows, he wanted to buy them back. And he did. They let him buy back his cows. And I think some tools, they bought back the tools. And then the tractor, he was trying to hunt down the guy who bought his tractor. But he couldn't get the tractor. Because just like, you know, Scotty is always too fair. He had given the tractor, he had sold it for too good a price. And that gentleman was not going to sell the tractor back. So we had to go buy a new tractor, right? But those were Scotty's adventures at the pasture. And because of all of my dad's adventures in the pasture, Dad, this is a little present. Maybe you can open it up and tell people what it is. What does that say, Dad? No, just read it. Look at it. What is it?
Cowboy Scotty one.
Yeah. His own Yeti engraved with Cowboy Scotty Wong.
I love
Look at
it.
the other side. What's on the other side?
Other side.
It's a big bull.
Yeti.
It's a bull.
A bull.
Boo.
A big bull. So now you can drink coffee
With your bull.
with your Yeti. Okay?
We have that bull picture.
No, I'll have to make one for you.
Greg, I have a problem with this.
What?
Uh-oh.
According to his cardiologist,
Yeah.
he needs to be drinking from a cup that's 3 times bigger than this. 3 times bigger. Every day he needs 3 times as much. So
That's
you need to
so
drink
much.
3 like that.
I have to tell you, I am kind of a privileged son because when I finished school, I was the only one who moved back to Plant City. Okay? And I was lucky enough to actually practice for 10 years. Well, not quite 10, 8 years. In the office building right next to my father. It was such a privilege to work right next to my dad, to know he's over there. And I think my dad enjoyed having me there also. And I remember when I came back, he said, okay, Greg, you went to school, you learned how to be an orthodontist, time to straighten my bottom teeth. Because he had his upper teeth straightened, but never his lower teeth. So I told him, okay, Dad, we'll straighten your teeth, but you need to have 1 tooth taken out. He said, well, didn't I pay for your dental school? You'll be taking out that tooth. So guess who helped me? My assistant was actually Fred. And we went into the office, and even though I didn't take out teeth anymore, I was there taking out very carefully my dad's tooth and then doing braces for him. So it's your doctor.
Oh, that's Jazz.
Hello, come in.
Here.
So I didn't realize though what my dad was doing. He actually wanted to have braces because then when he saw patients, he would have tell them, look, I got braces done by my son next door. He was advertising for me. So what a wise person my dad is. Now, my dad is really the best, most honest, hardworking person that I know, and I think all of his sons will probably remember being told by our dad, if you don't have your driver's license in your pocket, you cannot drive, period, right? He would never allow us to drive if we forgot our driver's license. One more story is this. My dad is not really a good drinker. His tolerance for alcohol is quite small. In fact, usually if he smells the alcohol, his face starts to turn red, right? When he says, pour me a drink, it's like 2 drops. So Dad, for your 90th birthday, I have one other special gift for you. First, I want to thank you for all you've done for me and our family, and it's wonderful to see so many of your friends here to celebrate with you. And I want to give you a present. It is 1 year supply of whiskey.
You're so good. 1 year supply.
What if he drinks it all right now?
100%.
You get a drop every week.
So you guys had your speeches. I just did mine too. Yeah. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Robert, third son, and you know, along the lines of what David and Greg have said about Dad. I mean, he is really a gentle soul, right? And I think everybody can see that. It's amazing when he would take care of his patients, and I would see him with the children and the babies, you know, just how gentle he is. And it's really something that's, I think, as David said, touched so many lives and thousands of lives. And I'm gonna come back to this related to the pastor and more pastor stories later, but I do want to tell this story that I think it was when we were leaving Florida the second time, when Chris and I were going back to California, and all the brothers decided to buy Mom a new car, right? She'd been driving around this old car, and we said, oh, we're gonna buy Mom a Lexus and have her drive that around. And so we bought that car for her, and she was driving around. But I remember later on you told us a story where you were driving it. You were going to Tampa with some friends, right? And you guys were having such a good time talking, and then all of a sudden somebody said, oh, there's some blue lights flashing behind us. I was like, oh, what's going on? And sure enough, the cop had found my dad speeding, pulled him over, and by the way, what is it, since 1964 to today, or well, to then, sorry, until then, my dad driving in the U.S. never got a ticket, never before, his whole life here in the U.S. So now finally he's like, oh, okay, I guess finally I'm getting caught. So they stop, pull over, police officer comes, can I get your license and registration, please? Give the license and registration. As they're sitting and waiting in the car with their friends, their good friends from Winter Haven, they're like talking, and their friend said, well, this is a brand new car, it's a Lexus. That's probably, they're always trying to get people with, you know, nice cars and driving, even though I wasn't going that fast. So they're having that discussion. After a few minutes, the cop comes back, says, are you Dr. Wong? Yeah, I'm Dr. Wong. You live in Plant City? I live in Plant City. You happen to be the father of Greg Wong? Yeah, that's my son. Well, Dr. Wong, I was your patient. I just called my mother, and she confirmed that you were my pediatrician. Just watch your speed going forward. So, be very careful, and this time I'm going to let you off. So with that, his record is still clean to this day.
And the friends were impressed.
And yes, that's right. The friends were very impressed by Dr. Wong's presence. But I think that just goes to show
Legacy.
how many lives he has touched over the years. It's truly amazing. So now, coming back to the pasture, we spent many hours at the pasture. And we all had, I think at the end of the day, we had a good time, and it was good character building for us. But years later, I realized that my dad is really like he's a problem solver. right? He doesn't have the training in raising cattle, right? Farming, but somehow he figures things out, right? And it's amazing to see these things and how he would figure out how to do things. So for example, he saved not only children's lives, but he saved calves' lives and mothers' lives. Like, he would help deliver the baby calves, like they would be breached with the mother, and he would go there every day and he would realize that the mother cow is having trouble. And so literally, and I know everybody say dinner, so hopefully not too grossing people out, but I mean, when the calf was breached, he would help the mother literally to pull the baby out and save the calf. And he's a very slight man, not that strong, but you can imagine him having to do that manual work to deliver the calf. There was one other case, same thing happened, but he could not pull the calf out. So then it's like, well, what am I gonna do? What is he gonna do? And he had the tractor. He got a piece of rope. New tractor. He got a piece of rope and literally tied the rope to the calf's hooves and legs, and then got in the tractor and helped to pull the calf out. And again, saved the calf and the mother. And it's truly amazing. He's a problem solver. And as I've gotten older and I look at my brothers, doctor, orthodontist, where's Fred? Another doctor. And I'm an engineer, so by the way, I'm the smart one. What I realize is, we're all problem solvers too. I realized how similar we are in that whatever profession we're in, we help to solve problems. And I think we also help people, right? We try to help people. And I think we owe that a lot to not only Dad, but also our mom. Mom is very, my dad's that kind of gentle soul. My mom is kind of that driving force behind us to kind of keep going, right? And be persistent. And really thank you both. Dad, I'm very happy for you, for your 90th birthday, and having all these people here to celebrate. And we all love you both.
Here, it's great to gather for a really, really special event. And so thanks to everybody who traveled, and even those who didn't have to travel far. But first I want to point out two people. Somebody's from...
Your time is up.
Oh, okay. Two people who David didn't mention earlier in terms of for thanks for having this all go off without a hitch. One is my oldest daughter, Kaylee, who helped with the wonderful sign.
Yay!
That has our own baby picture. So that's, from less than a year old to now 90. So thanks, Kaylee. Digital advancements are difficult for adults to take on. So appreciate our children's technical abilities in that realm.
What about the movie?
And like Lena with the movie, etc. So, and then the other person to thank is David. David, you obviously, you live here, you were the big moving force in planning a lot of this, and the other three of us are far away, and we're like, well, David, we're not there, you take care of it. So, thanks, David.
Actually, Fred,
Yeah.
can I introduce two people?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
It just takes a second. There are two important people in my life, the two most important women in my life, and I didn't mention them earlier because my mom wasn't here, and my wife was there, but it's so important trying to find people from all around the country that I forgot to mention. My wife, Brenda. Everybody knows my mom too. And then a little bit late came in Dr. Janice Lawson, one of my dad's doctors, Dr. Lawson.
Yeah, I don't have much to add. I mean, as the youngest, I get to show up and just sort of, hey, good job, guys. There's definitely benefited being the youngest. But no, really, I had three people, actually four, a father and three older brothers to really help guide me, lead me, and to show me the way. And it's true that there is no man more honest in the world than my dad. funniest story. A few years ago, we were at the beach all together, and we wanted to buy these really cool, huge megalodon teeth, shark teeth, that this guy was trying to sell. You know, he had a table like the size of this, and he had 30 teeth on there. Some big ones for a lot, and then some small ones you could have for like 10 for $1. And we were trying to negotiate with him on a decent price for some of them that looked pretty appealing, nice, big, symmetric. And my dad says to the guy who had no shirt on and like a shark tooth necklace on, he was really pretty funny, this older guy, probably a veteran, about 70 years old. And my dad says, "Oh, you negotiate, huh? You know my son, he's a doctor, he can buy the whole table." So I said, "Thanks, Dad." We didn't get the best price that day. But that's Dad. He is honest as the day runs long in the state of Florida in June, right? So
Just don't bring him along.
we love that about him. And the pasture obviously has been a big topic. I think I was the only of 4 sons who actually enjoyed the pasture. So it was the thing that I was so lucky I got to do with my dad. And I feel really lucky about it because I was about probably 13 or so, and so I think Robert might have still been in high school. The other 2 were already gone out of the house to college and beyond. And my dad said, "Hey, I'm tired of working. I need an outlet. I'm going to buy a farm." And I'm like, "Cool, let's have cows, and Dad, can you give me a horse?" And we go ride horses. And so I was like the little, tag along back then, and it was really special for me. And yes, I wasn't big and strong enough yet, and so when they came home on weekends and holidays, it was always, "Hey, I got a project at the pasture for you guys." The 3 of them dreaded it, but I'm like, "Yeah, it's just every day for me. We go to the farm and take care of things." So I have that special memory with my dad, and I really appreciate it. And it taught me a lot of things about life at a different level that you can apply in many, many ways. So I'll just conclude with a couple of stories. To me, they're Scotty-isms, things that Scotty would do that would it was really, really funny. So his English, sometimes not as good, definitely not as good as my mom's. My mom was just like hardly an accent, perfect with her grammar. But my dad was, it's more like, "Oh, well, I didn't say it right, I didn't pronounce it right, that's okay." So he would play tennis, and I remember him playing tennis with Steve's mom, my mom's sister, and he would be up at the net, and they were lobbing. And so he would say in Taiwanese, "It's yours," in Taiwanese. And they were playing with American friends in our small town. There weren't many Chinese or Asians, so it was just him and my aunt playing against some American people. And he kept saying it over and over because they just kept lobbing. It was holy, 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 right? "It's yours, it's yours, it's yours." So our friend, Mr. Crum, who is a dear friend, said, "Scotty, why do you become religious all of a sudden, saying holy, holy, holy?" So annoying. And
Holy cow.
the other one that Scotty would say is so funny is that he didn't sometimes take a break from tennis and wouldn't play, but Steve's mom, Aunt Susan, would play like every day. She loved tennis. And so when my dad would come out after maybe a 2-week break and not be very good, and like this ball would be errant, and in the meantime, my aunt is like nailing every shot. She was very competitive. She was like crushing the ball. And yes, my dad would say, oh, Susan, you are very, I am so lusty. He didn't say rusty. He said, "I'm so lusty, and you are so smoothie." So we love these stories about my dad. I tell them in the OR. And I get the whole crowd laughing. And to this day, these are the memories I have. My dad always smiling. Every time I see him, every memory I have of him is he's got a smile on his face, and he's got a good attitude, and he says, "Hey, how are you doing?" I call him on the phone, FaceTime, etc. And so you deserve a tremendous 90th birthday party. I can't wait for the 95th and the 100th birthday party. And we all love you, and I hope you enjoy this party as much as we will.
I forgot something very important.
Oh.
So sorry, I just have to come back. So I have to thank my mom and my dad too. We all have to thank them for introducing us to Wang Chiu, right? Tennis. tennis, right? I think he played tennis when he was young in school. Yeah, and sorry, my Chinese is terrible. So I tried to learn, but not very well. But because of that, I mean, we all played and enjoyed tennis for many years. Met many wonderful people, and now we're moved on to pickleball, which is for older people. But even I just last thing on this tennis is that, again, problem solving. My dad problem solved. So I and he would play doubles together, actually, when I was young, growing up. And then we decided we're going to enter the Walden Lake Country Club doubles championship, right?
Really?
That was the punchline. But it's true. We won, and the way we would win is my dad figured out that, okay, I'm gonna lob these people, right? And he just kept lobbing. He would lob, and he would lob, and they would get tired. They wouldn't be able to, put it away. And then when they would not return it deep enough, then he would be at the net, and he would just put it away. Just a drop shot. Basically, John can appreciate it. He put a drop shot. So that was my dad problem solving in tennis, and sure enough, we won. We were the Walden Lake Country Club tennis champions one year, and I'll always remember that.
Holy.
They call it
Holy.
Scotty drop shot.
It's the combination, the Scotty lob and then the drop shot.
Very nice.
So, all right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Scotty. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. First of all, I want to thank our four sons. David, stand up.
Number one.
First, daughter-in-law.
Brandon.
Greg, where's the Shogun? Here. Shogun, stand up.
Too much of this.
Thank you for everything. Now you notice Brenda is 110% American. Now this one Shogun is 110% Taiwanese American. Okay. Everyone, Robert. My daughters-in-law. Now, Chris is 110% Filipino American.
Woo!
First one, ready? Okay, and Don is there. Don is 110% Vietnamese American.
It's okay.
It's okay.
So you can know I have different
International.
nationality daughters-in-law. It's very unusual, right? Okay.
Diversify.
I want to thank all of you. You can sit down. Next, okay. Next, I want to thank is now sitting next to my left, called Dennis Lawson. She's my hematology and cancer disease doctor since I came to Tallahassee through Labor's recommendation. She helped me year by year. Therefore, today I'm able to stand here to thank you, everybody. Thank you, Mrs. Lord. She is retired now, so I miss her tremendously. When I think about Dennis Lawson, I will remind how did she come from, what kind of family. This is her father. David Paul, right?
Correct.
Who? Paul. David Paul.
Center call.
Yeah. So if this person can almost save my life, I have to say gratitude to because he can produce such kind of great doctor. Is there anybody who is older than 90 years old here? Anybody? Since before I came to Tallahassee, I admire you. So even at your age, 94 years old, off and on you will invite John and me to your home with a good meal. Yeah? And I was thinking about what kind of meal will you make? No wonder you make all kind of food which will improve your longevity.
Thank you.
Now, we have, today I want to emphasize, this time, the first time I met, even though I heard about him or heard about his kind of good behavior, particular behavior as a, what do you call, punctuality, kind of accountant, what do you say? There's another term in people who do accounting.
CPA?
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 YG.
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 会计要不止对，还有一个名字。accountant 要不止名 ，there's another name.
Certified public accountant.
会计
Bookkeeper.
bookkeeper 我后来忘记了，还有一个目标。financial
financial advisor.
Actuary.
Actuary.
No, actuarial?
Yeah. That, what?
Who are you talking about?
Who? Yes, one gentleman, I heard about him, I saw his picture in this past several years. But this time, the first time I met him, that is John.
John. Yes.
Panigari.
How did you know I was an accountant?
I never saw you before until this time.
That's correct.
Yeah. John Panigari, right?
Van Cali, yeah.
Yeah. You are an accountant?
Certified public accountant.
CPA.
Papa, CPA.
Okay. Now there is another person who are doing too. I want to say thank you to him because today I'm 90 years old, but I still have a good teeth. You know who was my dentist?
Greg?
Steve.
Here are my teeth. Perfect. In addition to that, he has I never encountered the best hygienist. That is his wife, Kim. First time, Kim did my teeth cleaning. Then I realized, oh, I think this is the main reason Steve chose her. No wonder. So everything, in my mind, if there is a result, I will like to know etiology. How did it come from? How did it come from? Because she is such the best hygienist, clean my teeth. I never encountered that kind of best clean teeth. In fact, I'm wishing I can go to winter heaven to be clean.
Dad, how many times have you had your teeth cleaned here in Tallahassee? And every time he comes to me, he says, "Oh, that hygienist, terrible, terrible." I'm sorry, no, he doesn't say terrible. He says, terrible, terrible, terrible. He said it at least 10 times.
I think Kim will spoil you. Right?
Thank you.
Okay, now another one.
Oh boy.
From Texas. From Texas. Who is my second youngest brother's daughter? Okay? When she was born,
Oh boy.
my mother told me, well, this year, our Huang's family produced three pig girls. Three pig girls. One is Julie.
Yay, Judy.
Yeah,
Four.
Pigs.
Four.
Tilly also speak. Tilly.
Really? Like me? It's four. Really? Well, anyway, Julie is the pig girl, okay?
What
she
is
is
it?
a pig girl.
P-I-G.
Yeah.
Oh, year of the
Who's the other one?
Close enough.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
It's a year of the pig. I think that's what he's referring. I didn't know. I'm like, what is he
told
talking?
me that this year, Huang's family produced three pig girls.
You mean born in the year of the pig? Not. They're like, what?
It's really the year of the pig. Year of the pig.
Are you sure not a pig girl over there?
Yes, people. Judy and I, not just Judy.
In fact, today is the Chinese so-called Valentine's Day.
Oh.
In Chinese, today is July 7th festival. In Chinese, so-called Beijing, tonight, the ancient Niulang cowboy, ancient cowboy, and the girl, Zuni, sewing girl. Every year they meet in the sky once a year. So today is Chinese Valentine's Day. Shich-Cheih. Yeah. Shich-Cheih. Well,
We need to get cake.
okay.
Wait. No. Let him finish. Papa, you go finish.
We have been married for 65 years. Okay? I want to tell you kind of very unusual story. When I was in dormitory, medical school, my friend, high school friend, but in the pharmacy school, they recommend me to date her. Okay? I was under a lot of pressure. Finally, okay, I'm going to date her. So I wrote a note. I wrote a note to her. 今天晚 tonight I can, and then tomorrow night, can I meet you next to the university dormitory? Okay? So her friend is my roommate girlfriend. So she gave her that note, and she saw the note. At that time, she didn't know me. So she called her 2 years older brother, ask him. She asked her brother, say, I don't know this guy. And of course, his 2 years older brother knew me. So it ended up at that time, instead of she showing up, her 2 years old brother showed up. Can you believe? When I went there, but I didn't get discouraged. Oh yeah. Because we know each other, because we take a bath and eat same room. So he knew me. So we talk. We talk about this and now. So during that hour, we almost explore everything. Finally she said, yeah, okay, you can date my younger sister. That was our dating story. So she doesn't know now. All right? All right.